So good morning, everybody. Capturing the spirit of peace. So our brother and master teacher, Jesus, is often referred to as the Prince of Peace. And today it's our intention to capture that spirit of peace. In this entire month, we are capturing the spirit of the season. And as I said last Sunday, I know for some of us that this is a joyous time of year, and for others, maybe not so much. But my prayer is that because of the work that we are doing here each week, wherever you are on that continuum, that your holiday season is enhanced and you capture more fully the spirit of connection, the spirit of community, the spirit of care, and the spirit of the Christ consciousness. We did a lovely connecting and caring exercise at the beginning of the service last week for those of you who were here. And I want to do something similar. I said there would be more sharing this morning if you'll just indulge me with this. So I would like you to turn to someone next to you, and if you don't know them, share your names, and in keeping with the lyrics of the song this morning, say something kind to them and, brief, just kind and brief. So turn to someone, share your name, and say something kind.
Thank you. And you are very important in the world. I'm so grateful that you came to share time and space with all of us.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay, now do that with the second person. Say your name and something kind and brief. Okay, now find a third person, and before speaking, before speaking, I want you to take 5 seconds and just make eye contact. Find someone, 5 seconds, and just make eye contact. Share names and then say something kind.
I don't know. Say something what?
Say something kind and then say, who you are makes a difference. Who you are makes a difference.
Who you are makes a difference. That's a good one, Ed.
Who you are makes a difference. Who you are makes a difference. Janetta, who you are makes a difference. Who you are makes a difference.
We done?
Okay, we're done. All right, we're done.
We're done.
All right.
You can relax.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we did. We captured a moment of connection and community and caring, didn't we? So it was just kind of a nice little connection and added to our meet and greet that we do. So now to the theme for this morning, which is capturing the spirit of peace. And I think it really is a much, much needed topic in today's world. At times like these in our world, we can wonder what we can do, or we can feel helpless that we can't make a difference. But I believe that we truly can make a difference. I truly do. I love the ancient Chinese proverb. It says, if there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace on earth. So where does it have to begin? Within us, each and every one of us. That is ours to do. So this morning I want to offer 7 practices for peace that will turn on the light in the soul. They come from Deepak Chopra's book, Peace is the Way, and it starts on page 25. The invitation is to follow one short and simple practice each day, each one centered on the theme of peace. Each practice takes only a few minutes, and think about the impact if we all did this, even for, say, 1 month. If we did this each day for 1 month, I'll bet the impact would be pretty powerful. So, this is what they are. Sunday, you have your handouts. Sunday is Be Peace. Monday is Think Peace. Tuesday is Feel Peace. Wednesday is Speak Peace. Thursday, Act Peace. Friday, Create Peace. And Saturday, Share Peace. You're probably going to want to take some notes, and that's why I gave you the handout. So you can do that if you feel so moved. So let's start with Sunday, because that's where we are, right? Be Peace. So on Sunday, take 5 minutes to meditate for peace. 5 minutes on Sunday to meditate for peace. Chopra offers a specific peace meditation, and we're actually going to do it later in the service because, after all, today really is Sunday. But I want to tell you what it is, what's in it, in case you want to write it down so you can repeat it. So in this meditation, you will sit with your eyes closed. You put your attention on your heart and inwardly repeat these 4 words: peace, harmony, laughter, and love. The 4 words are peace, harmony, laughter, and love. Allow these words to radiate from your heart stillness out into your body for 5 minutes. At the end of your meditation, say to yourself, "Today I let go of all resentments and grievances. Today I let go of all resentments and grievances." And then bring into your mind anyone against whom you have a grievance and make a choice to let it go. To let it go. Chopra suggests that you send that person your forgiveness. But I say to take it a step further, because what is it we love to do? The Ho'oponopono, right? Mm-hmm. The ancient Hawaiian tradition of taking full responsibility for creating everything. Full responsibility for creating everything. And that's a tall order sometimes, but when we do that, amazing things happen. So what is the Ho'oponopono? I am sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. So when you think of that person, you say those words. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. It's very, very powerful. And you're not saying that necessarily to, Joy can help me explain this better. You're not saying this to the person itself. You are saying it to the part of you that
The spirit within.
The spirit
the God within you.
The God within you.
Yeah. And yeah, so the dialogue is really between you and God.
Right.
But it changes the personality.
Yes. But all the change, of course, happens within you. As with treatment, all change happens within you.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
I did a forgiveness workshop where we did something similar, and you do a mantra, and it is, first of all, I bless you, I forgive you, I release you into the light. And you have to say the mantra continuously for half an hour.
Wow. Wow.
Well, and you should do the Ho'oponopono until you feel the release.
Until you feel it. Right. Right. And how do you know when you have forgiven that person? When that person's, the thought of that person can go across your mind unharmed. Mm-hmm. And it is amazing how one day that just happens, and you'll think of that person and you think, oh wow, there was no charge. It was amazing. It is truly a miracle. All right, so on to Monday, which is think peace. Think peace. On Monday, stand guard at the portals of your mind, as Emerson said. And if ever during the day you feel fear, frustration, upset, or anything that disturbs your peace of mind, repeat these ancient intentions. Let me be loved. Let me be happy. Let me be peaceful. Or you could play Karen Drucker's song, which is one of my go-to songs. Those are beautiful words, aren't they? Let's say them. Let me be loved. Let me be happy. Let me be peaceful. And this practice doesn't stop there. After saying, let me be loved, let me be happy, let me be peaceful, say, let my friends be loved, happy, and peaceful. Let my perceived enemies be loved, happy, and peaceful. Let all beings be loved, happy, and peaceful. And let the whole world experience these things. So use these words however many times you need to during the day to return to your center. These are good tools this time of year, isn't it? Definitely. So Tuesday, we're going to feel peace. This is the day to experience the emotions of peace. What are the emotions of peace? Compassion, understanding, love, well, for starters, right? According to Chopra in Peace is the Way, he says, compassion is the feeling of shared suffering. When you feel someone else's suffering, there's the birth of understanding. Understanding is the knowledge that suffering is shared by everyone. When you understand that you aren't alone in your suffering, there's a birth of love. When there is love, there is an opportunity for peace. And even though I've shared this story before, last September to be exact. It really fits perfectly here. So some of you are new, you haven't heard it yet, and I'm going to share it again. So bear with me if you've heard it, but it's the story of the young man named John. You'll recognize him. He was the one with the wild hair, and he wore a t-shirt with holes in it and jeans and no shoes, and it was his college wardrobe. He wore this for 4 years. He was brilliant. He was kind of esoteric, just one of these bright, bright kids, you know. They all work at Apple now, I think, or in the Silicon Valley. But across the street from the campus was a well-dressed, very conservative church. And one day John decides to go in there, and he walks in with no shoes. He's got jeans and messy t-shirt and wild hair. And of course he's late, because he's in college, right? And the service has already started, so John starts down the aisle looking for a seat. But this church is completely packed, and he cannot find a seat. Kind of like here, right? Yeah. So now people are looking a bit uncomfortable, but no one says anything. And as John gets closer and closer to the pulpit, he realizes that there's just no place to sit. So what does he do? He just sits down right in the center aisle, right there. And this might be perfectly acceptable if you were at a college church or a gathering there, but this had never happened in this church before. And by now the people are really, really feeling uptight, and the tension in the air is thick. And at this time the minister realizes that from way back at the back of the church, a deacon is slowly making his way towards John. And now the deacon is in his 80s, and his hair is kind of silver gray, and he has a 3-piece suit and a pocket watch and cane, right? He's a godly man, very elegant and dignified, and he starts walking down towards this boy. And everyone is saying to themselves, you can't blame him for what he's about to do. How can you expect a man of his age and of his background to understand some college kid sitting on the floor? And besides, it's just not acceptable behavior in the house of the Lord. It takes a long time for the man to reach the boy, and the church is utterly silent except for the clicking of the man's cane. All eyes are focused on him. You can't even hear anyone breathing. Even the minister is silent. Okay, it's a miracle, right? All right, so now they see this elderly man walk up to the boy, drop his cane on the floor, and with great difficulty, he lowers himself and sits down next to John to worship with him so that he will not be alone on the floor. Everyone chokes up with emotion, and when the minister regains control, he says, I was about to preach about compassion, understanding, and love, but you probably won't remember much of what I said. But what you have just seen, you will never forget. Our actions are so powerful. So Tuesday's the day to feel compassion, to feel understanding and love for your fellow travelers. On Wednesday, speak peace. Today we speak peace. Set this intention. Today every word I utter will be chosen consciously. I will refrain from complaints, condemnation, and criticism. Wow, that's a good thing to do for an entire day, isn't it? Here is what not to do on Wednesday, and the consequences can come when you do. This is a story about Mildred, another church person. She was the church gossip. The self-appointed monitor of the church's morals kept sticking her nose into other people's business. Several members did not approve of her extracurricular activities, but feared her enough to maintain their silence. She made a mistake, however, when she accused Frank, a new member, of being an alcoholic after she saw his old pickup truck parked in front of the town's only bar one afternoon. She emphatically told Frank and several others that everyone seeing his truck there would know exactly what he was doing. Frank was a man of few words, and he stared at her for a moment and then just turned and walked away. He didn't explain, he didn't defend or deny. He said nothing. Later that evening, Frank quietly parked his pickup in front of Mildred's house. He walked home, and he left it there all night long. So again, on Wednesday, set the intention to consciously choose every word that you utter and refrain from complaints, condemnation, and criticism. But that doesn't take it far enough. Also on Wednesday, do at least one of the following. Tell someone how much you appreciate them. Doesn't it feel good when someone tells you how much they appreciate you? Express genuine gratitude to someone who has helped and loved you. Offer healing or nurturing words to someone who needs them. Show respect to someone whose respect you value. So that's Wednesday. All right, on Thursday, act peace. Today's the day to help someone, a child, a sick person, an old or frail person. Help can take many forms, bring a smile to a stranger's face. If someone acts in a hurtful way, respond with a gesture of loving kindness. Send an anonymous gift to someone. That would be fun, wouldn't it? This time of year especially, however small, just something small. Offer help without asking for or even expecting gratitude or recognition. These are just a few ideas for actions of peace. On Friday, create peace. Today, come up with at least one creative idea to resolve a conflict, either in your personal life or your family circle or among your friends. You may change an old habit that isn't working. Look at someone in the new way, offer words you never offered before. Or think of an activity that brings people together in good feeling and laughter. Anybody have an idea of how we could do that? What are some ways that we could create peace? We could reach out. Any thoughts?
Even through a text.
Text. Send a text or an email. Just reach out, maybe somebody that you haven't touched for a while, and let them know that you're thinking about them. Mm-hmm. We get so busy this time of year that I think sometimes we forget to do that. But yeah, that's a great way to do that. Saturday, share peace. Finally, on Saturday, share your practice of peacemaking with 2 people. As more of us participate in these practices, they will expand into a critical mass. Give them this information and invite them to begin a daily practice. There's extra handouts if you're so inclined to do so. You can take more to share. In his book, Peace is the Way, Chopra writes, the 7 practices for peace are simple, but when followed on a mass scale, their power is potentially unlimited. If you transform yourself into a peacemaker, you won't become an activist marching in the streets. You will not be anti-anything. No money is required. All you are asked to do is go within and dedicate yourself to peace. It just might work. Even if you don't immediately see a decline in violence around the world, you will know in your heart that you have dedicated your own life to peace. The single best reason to become a peacemaker is this: every other approach has failed. No one knows what the critical mass must be before peace becomes the foundation of a new order. Regardless, your duty and mine is to bring about change by personal transformation. That's the only place we have any power anyway, right? Mm-hmm. So again, our practices are Sunday, be peace; Monday, think peace; Tuesday, feel peace; Wednesday, speak peace; Thursday, act peace; Friday, create peace; Saturday, share peace. And in closing, I want to offer you first a prayer for peace from Ernest Holmes. This is in the Science of Mind textbook, page 264. And then we'll end with the Sunday practice, so you'll already be one day ahead, right? But first, Holmes's prayer. He writes, I am the Christ, the son, daughter of the living God within me. I am the principle of peace within me. I am the manifestation of love within me. My mind is poised in peace and beauty. All sense of doubt or fear is gone. I rest in calm trust and rely on the law of spirit to bring good into my experience. I am filled with wonderful peace and light. I live in an eternal now, which is filled with good alone. Goodness and beauty follow me. Peace and joy accompany me. Happiness and wholeness fill my entire being with the realization of love and perfection. I am the Christ, the son, daughter of the living God within me. This inner mind is now divine and complete. It has no worries and no fears. It is whole, complete, and satisfied. I look back over all the previous experience and find that it was good, very good. I look toward the future and find that it is good and very good. I look at the present and find that it is also good and very good. God is in all, over all, and through all. I am Christ, the son, daughter of the living God within me. I am the principle of peace within me. And so it is. Now put your attention on your heart and inwardly repeat these 4 words: peace, harmony, laughter, love. Allow these words to radiate from your heart stillness out into your body. Then say to yourself, today I relinquish all resentments and grievances. Bring into your mind anyone against whom you have a grievance and let it go. Offer that person's Ho'oponopono by saying, I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And we bring this to a close by saying, and so it is, and so we let it be.